Hello and welcome to the latest Crafty Snipers Airsoft videos. On today's video I'm going to be reviewing my latest project. This is the KJ Works / ASG KCO2. This is a semi-automatic sniper rifle. Think of it like an SR25 but a lot smaller. I'm going to be showing you this rifle, what I've decked it out as, and I'm also going to be showcasing what actually comes in the box when you buy your brand spanking new KCO2. So let's get straight onto the boring stuff. Here is the box. This box is actually really nice. Very good artwork on it, showcasing the rifle you've just purchased. It also has a, dropped it, also has a spec list and facts and figures of the rifle, which include your dimensions, your weights, and the FPSs when running on green gas. It also has polystyrene inside here. It's the polystyrene that doesn't break up and get absolutely everywhere and covers your gun and makes it a complete mess. This stuff is pretty solid. So as boxes go for airsoft rifles, kudos to ASG, it's absolutely brilliant. What's included in the box? Well, obviously the rifle is. You also have magazine, a speed loader that I will never use because, well, there's nothing wrong with the 90 round speed loaders. They'll fill this magazine nicely. So again, it's not a speed loader, but you're not going to be using it. Some unbranded 0.25 gram BBs. Now, it being that this rifle is branded by ASG, you would assume that these are ASG Blasters 0.25s. However, 0.25 from Blaster have a green tint to them. These are white, so I don't know whose these are. Personally, I'm just not going to be using them. I've got my own ammunition, and it won't be 2.5s that are going through this rifle. So it's nice that it comes with some ammunition, but I'm not going to be using it. Also included is an instruction manual, which I have no idea where it's disappeared to. Fantastic instruction manual, very good illustrations on how the functionality of your rifle, how to reload the magazine, how to put the magazine in the gun, safety features. It also comes with a very nice takedown guide for your KCO2. So, like I say, in a box, simple but very effective, very good stuff. So, moving on to the rifle, which is obviously what you've come to watch the video for. This is my rifle. Now, as you can see, I've already decked it out a little bit differently than what will come out of the box. What does not come with the rifle? Scope, camo tape, suppressor, bipod, and front grip. What will come with the rifle, obviously the rifle, a front and rear facing, front and rear flip up plastic iron sights, little buttons on the back of them, just press them and it flips up the sights. Very nice, very good quality. A left, right, and underside rail covers, which I've obviously taken off the bottom rail cover to put the attachments on. And on the end of your outer barrel there is a thread cover. Now, if you don't want to use this gun with a suppressor, you don't have to. You can just put the thread cover on and it covers up your threads, stops them from getting damaged. However, if you do want to run a suppressor, take the thread cover off, reveals your threading, and it allows you to put any number of suppressors onto the end of your KCO2. So, externally speaking, very solid gun. Absolutely. I mean, the only two things that are actually loose on this gun is the stock here on the back and the loop here, sling loop, I'm getting my words right, the sling loop at the front here, which is supposed to be loose. So moving to the rear of the gun, we have a traditional style plastic adjustable stock. Pressing the button in allows you to move the stock out and put it into any position you want. So if you happen to be quite long-armed, like myself, you can get down the rifle, look through scope, not an issue. If you're quite short, then you can put it all the way in, and again, very useful. Also cuts down the length of the rifle. The buffer tube is metal, and it is a real steel, I believe, dimensioned buffer tube. So any airsoft style buffer tube accessories may not fit on this rifle. They may either be too loose to be absolutely useless, or too tight that are not got on in the first place. So if you get a real steel style accessory for your stock, it will fit onto this rifle, but it's only real steel. The pistol grip is plastic, and it is a gas blowback rifle style AR pistol grip, i.e. there is nothing inside this thing. It's absolutely hollow. There is a screw right at the top here, which if you wish to change this grip for any other style grip, which has to be a gas blowback style grip, just undo the screw, pull the grip off, place your next grip back on, reattach the screw, hey presto, you've got a new stock on there, new grip on there. Moving slightly forward, we have a plastic lower portion of the stock. Now, or body I should say. This is very, very good quality plastic. It's reinforced, it's very, very thick. It will not damage. It may wear a little bit. Some of the black marks start to fade a little bit with the gloves touching it, but it is very, very good quality, very, very solid. There's these little grip marks on here if you want to grip the rifle from that position or whatever it is. It's very, very nice, very, very solid. Moving up, you have the upper part of the receiver. This is all metal. We have a metal outer barrel. You have on the right hand side of the gun, you have a metal charging handle, obviously metal bolt and all that business. You have a metal trigger guard, trigger, and mag release button. In between those two is the safety. Now the safety is a little bit different than some other rifles that people are probably used to. It is a safety that is protruding on either side. It doesn't go flush with anything, and it will only work if the gun is cocked. So at the moment the gun is safe, there's no magazine in it, so there's no way that anything's going to fire, and the trigger functions perfectly normal. You can't physically push the safety through to the right hand side of the gun to where the safety would function, because the safety still works. And don't try and push this too far, you don't want to break anything, but it will not go that far. However, putting the safety back into fire, pulling the charging handle back and letting it forward allows you to pull the push the safety straight through, so that now when the weapon is cocked and ready to go, it still will not fire because the safety is functioning. Pushing the safety back through to the left hand side of the gun, gun fires, or would have fired. Moving on to the magazine of this gun, obviously gas blowback magazines tend to be a little bit more thicker than your average magazine. This is the magazine. It's quite diddy really when it comes to a gas blowback magazine. It is all metal, obviously. It traditionally held a green gas, which you fill up with a traditional green can of gas. Extremely easy to attach to the rifle. Hey presto, done. Not an issue. Releasing it, now this is the joyous part of it. This rifle is fully lefty friendly. I find putting your right hand onto the magazine, putting the thumb onto the mag release, which is just behind the magazine, push and pull out the magazine. Not an issue. Same when you're inserting it. Not an issue. Now this magazine and this rifle was a green gas magazine, green gas rifle even. It's a little bit different now because not only can you power this gun via green gas, you can also power it by CO2 bulbs, which the magazine is obviously completely different from the standard gas magazine. However, I've gone for the third choice. HPA power. This magazine now is fully capable of taking HPA because now it has a different valve inside it. This valve now allows me to put an air line, which obviously is connected to my HPA tank, and run this gun all day long on a HPA tank. How do you do that and how long does it take? About 3 seconds. It is so simple. All you need to do is get a screwdriver, make sure there's no gas in this magazine. Please, if you're trying to undo a valve and there's gas inside it, it will come out, obviously, and it'll be under pressure. So if the magazine's empty, you just get a screwdriver, undo the old valve, screw it out, get your new WE style valve that is set up for KJ Works rifles, screw it in, make sure it's nice and tight, and hey presto, there you go. Now you can fit your airline to the bottom of this, fit it to the tank, and away you go. This magazine now runs on HPA. So that is my KJ Works KCO2. At the moment I've not been able to test this rifle. I have been able to fire it, I know it works, but I haven't been able to test it at a range yet. So that's coming up on this Sunday. Hopefully it's going to be loving the heavy rounds, and hopefully it will become my hunter weapon. This is the rifle that's a little bit smaller than my SR25. It just gives me another bit of difference when it comes to a HPA powered rifle. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you've got any questions about the KCO2 here, please feel free to drop them below, put them on the Facebook side, put them on the YouTube page. I will answer all questions about this rifle. If you have any other questions about HPA rifles, not just this one or the SR25, please, I'm happy to chat about HPA. It's a wonderful, wonderful system, and I'm really getting the benefits out of HPA. So, I'm Crafty Sniper, that's the KCO2, and I hope to see you on the airsoft field very, very soon.